first things first. There was a Scotland squad announced this week, which you weren't in. Was that a disappointment?
Yeah, obviously disappointing, but Gordon rang me on Sunday to explain why he's not put me in, and obviously he didn't have to do that, which was nice. Also, hopefully if I keep playing for Hull consistently in the Premiership, hopefully I'll get another chance in another squad.
Was that the message basically, was it?
No, he didn't say anything really about that. He just said he's giving other people a chance in the squad just to look at, and obviously it's a good opportunity for him to do that with 2 friendlies coming up.
So to get that one out of the way, you've plenty to concentrate on at the moment anyway, because you're involved in the process of trying to nail down your Premier League place, basically, aren't you, at the moment?
Yeah, it's been very frustrating, obviously not playing, but the boys have been doing really well at the start of the season, and the gaffer's done really well in that way of the people that have not been playing, just saying be patient, and you'll get your chance eventually, and when you do, you've got to take it. And I think a few of us who have been patient have got our chance lately in the squad, and have taken it with both hands.
It was always going to be the way, wasn't it? Because you carry bigger squads in the Premier League, and everyone has to wait for their opportunity potentially.
Yeah, you're not used to it in the lower leagues. You're used to playing every week, which I've been at Peterborough, and obviously when I came to Hull. So not even in the top clubs in this division have the same 11 every week, do they? They use their squads, and I think that's just a few of us have got to get used to it in this squad of not playing every week.
Is that the biggest test? Not what you do on the pitch, but what you do off it, if you like?
Yeah, you've got to keep your head, and mentally it's draining, but as long as you're training well, and I think the gaffer has given everyone an opportunity, and as I said, as long as you take it, you can't grumble when you're out of the team, because you wouldn't have been good enough.
The manager's biggest challenge in a way, isn't it, as well, because he's got to keep everybody happy and make sure that when you do get your opportunity that you come in the right frame of mind to take it and make the most of it.
Yeah, and I think that's what he's been brilliant at, to be fair. His man management has helped that. When we have gone in and seen him, he's told us, I see when you do get the opportunity to take it, and it's hard not playing, but he has kept everyone happy, to be fair, and that's a good part of his job.
So everybody still feels involved no matter what?
Yeah, I think that's his man management skills to a T, really. We've got a great, really tight-knit group, and to keep everyone feeling that they're still involved, even when they're not, has been brilliant from the gaffer. I
guess it's helped as well that you, as a club, as a squad, you've been going well, haven't you? So everyone feels that the right things are being done. Yeah,
I think even in the players that have come on as subs, they've played their part. The people, as I weren't playing earlier on in the season, the boys were doing so well that you couldn't go knocking on the manager's door saying I want to play, because they were deserving of their place. So as I say, the manager said everyone will play their part this season, and hopefully we stay up, and so far so good.
Yeah, so far so good. It's been an exceptionally good start, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's just a start, as the manager keeps saying. So anyone would have took 10th, and I think we surprised a few people. We had the inner confidence at the start of the season that we could do well at this level, but now everyone else is seeing what a good footballing team we are.
You've just been talking with Liam. He mentioned that there are a lot of players in the squad who strongly feel they have points to prove. Has that helped as well, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously a few of us from the lower leagues have always wanted to test ourselves at this level, and then we've brought the likes of Tom in, who have not been playing at Spurs, and Jake, who have excelled really at playing week in, week out. So I think it's helping the team in the long run that people are chomping at the bit to play and prove people wrong, and I think it's shown in our performances.
And if Hull have been something of a surprise package beyond Hull, Southampton have certainly been that, and look at where they are.
Yeah, I mean they've been brilliant this year. I mean, watching the last few weeks, how well they press teams, and the work rate of all the individuals out there. So I think that's shown in their performances as well, and no one would have thought they'd be up right 5th or 6th, wherever they are in the table.
And now they've got 3 players in the current England squad, which in itself is an indication that something very right is happening there, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they've always been good at producing young talent at Southampton, and the 3 boys will be buzzing that they're all in there. And if you think it's fully deserved of the English talent who are playing well at the minute, they deserve to be in there.
They don't. I mean, they hardly concede, do they? So far, they haven't. There's 4 goals against, I think, at the moment. So, does that mean how do you go and play it against a side that's so strong at the back? I
think we just play our own game. We're confident we can go anywhere and play well. Man City, first half especially, we should have been 1 or 2-0 up. Everton away, we could have got a point, and even Spurs last week, we should have got something. So we've got no fear of going to the top teams and performing well and getting points.
Do you feel you're due a big away result, if you like?
Yeah, I think we need another Newcastle or something like that, but the confidence we got for that was massive, just to show that we could play at that level and beat one of the top teams in their own backyard. So I think the last few away performances especially, we've proved we can play at the top teams and do well, and we just need another win just to push up there.
Presumably Southampton are a much better side now than when they went up last season, are they?
Yeah, it was shown in their performance. I think the new manager's brought a different system and work ethic to them. I think that continental of pressing high, and it is hard to get out, and I think that's why they're not conceding goals. They're a lot higher up the pitch, and teams are finding it very difficult to break them down.
So if the opportunities come along, when they come along, they have to be taken against a side like that, don't they?
Yeah, I think that's the massive difference at this level to the Championship. You've got to take your chances, because you're not getting 10, 15 chances a game as you would in the Championship. You're getting 1 or 2, and you have to take them, otherwise you do get punished at this level.
Is that an extra pressure on a player like yourself, used to free scoring, if you like, in recent seasons? But there's that little margin for error now, isn't there?
Yeah, there's no error. You've got to take your chances, or you're going to be out of the team. It's as simple as that, really. The gaffer needs goals, and it's up to myself and all the attacking players to, when they do get their chance, to take it with both hands.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you.
George, when you signed for Hull, you were quite in demand. A few teams had looked at you and what have you. Is this kind of picture that we're in now, is that what Steve sold you on as the club, where it could go?
Yeah, I think as soon as I spoke to Steve, he made my mind up straight away, really. Just they were second in the league, and I think the next move for myself had to be to a team going for the Premiership, and it's worked out perfectly. I think just everything about the club, the togetherness of all the boys, no egos, we're all in it together, and I think that shows on the pitch at the minute.
And you sort of touched on it before there, but the guys who helped the team get to promotion, they've had to fight for the places, but they've all been kept in and around and in with a bite. Maybe some other clubs who've gone up have had a bit more of a wholesale change, and they've almost jettisoned some of the guys who got them there. Has that been a sort of a benefit?
Yeah, you do find that, don't you, in the Premiership? They do forget the people that got them up and bring loads of new players in, but as I say, the gaffer's done well in keeping everyone happy, and everyone's really got their opportunity so far. We're like 10, 11 games in, and I think everyone's played their part and had the opportunity to prove that they can play at this level.
And there was that study a few weeks back there with the lack of Scottish, Irish, English players playing in the top flight over here.
Yeah.
It's not the case at Hull. There's sort of that strong home nation's presence. It's sort of, does that help build a bit of camaraderie?
Yeah, I think that's the main reason why we've got such a good team spirit. Even the foreign boys, that they get stuck in, they understand. We do have to explain a few of the jokes to them a bit more, but yeah, I think that's the Irish contingent in the team are massive in the banter and that. So I think that togetherness is important, yeah.
And Steve's told us all about it's only a start, and you've echoed it. They'll hear it quite a bit from the players. Has he told you when a good start becomes more than that yet?
No, not gone too much into it, but we know in ourselves there's only 10 games gone, and there's a long way to go, but we can be very proud of how we've competed at this level so far.
Cool. George, you said you had to be patient and been frustrated waiting for your chance. Do you feel you could have done much more in the 3 games in the last week or so?
No, I think I've proved I can play at this level. I've been patient, and I knew once I did got the opportunity to play against Spurs, that I had to take it. Otherwise, it'd be a long time before I got another one. So I'm pleased with how I played, and hopefully it's enough to stay in the team.
And what have you found as the big differences between the Championship, League One, and playing the Premier League?
It's just how ruthless that in the final thirds, how ruthless the players are. Just one touch and the concentration, you come off of headaches, because literally one lapse and you're punished at this level. So they're the biggest things for the Championship to the Premiership.
How do you kind of train for that? You train out on the pitch and physically wise. How do you kind of train the mental?
Yeah, it's hard. You don't really get it in training. It's just literally I'm playing game after game and literally concentrating for 90 minutes because you do lapse. It's a goal, unfortunately. But yeah, it's just hard.
Yeah, is that almost the more exhausting part of it rather than the physical? It's sometimes.
Yeah. As I say, you come off with headaches. It's literally non-stop, because you switch off 1 minute, he's in behind you, and it's a goal. You can get away with it in the Championship because you could switch off and they miss, but yeah, it's hard.
And just finally, how would you kind of this year? 2013 has been a big year for you, I guess, in your career. Has it been the biggest so far?
Yeah, especially everyone's dreams to play in the Premiership, and I got my move around March time, didn't I? So it's just about staying in the Premiership now for the next few years, and I see no reason why we can't do that with Hull.
Just one from me, George. Obviously, you mentioned playing down the lower leagues. You obviously a regular fixture in the Peterborough team and in the City team last year. What have you learnt about yourself this season so far?
Just be patient and not to expect to play every game. I don't think you can do it at this level. I don't think anyone plays 40, 50 games at this level. And just to take opportunities when it comes along, because this is what you work so hard for after all the years down Stevenage at Peterborough, and yeah, to get your opportunity to play at the big league.